Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's go ahead and talk Married at First Sight season 14, episode 10. I forgot the name of it. Mighty Mighty Boston Bonds. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own opinions, thoughts, and theories into each and every recap. For Married at First Sight, I give each couple their own dedicated video every week, so that it's easier for both me to recap and for you to only watch the couples that you truly care about. So if you enjoy that type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. A huge shout out and thank you to everybody that has helped get me to 4,000 subscribers already. Like I've said before in other videos, majority of my subscribers right now are here for Married at First Sight. So I truly appreciate all the support. If you have not already subscribed, please consider doing so. Let's get started. So Lindsay is on FaceTime with her friend. And basically, she's mad that Mark stopped having sex with her. She said that the other day they were taking a nap. Mark woke up, undressed her. She thought they were going to have sex. She was excited. He ended up doing a quickie on her, got himself off, and then said that he was going to get showered and go to the gym. Her friend tells Lindsay that she needs to tone it down. Go at his speed. Lindsay said it's been 14 days since she has had sex. That's a very long time for her. She had a better sex life when she was just dating. Her friend is basically like, you need to relax, chill. Lindsay tells her friend that Mark needs to step up a little bit more. Okay? So then we have their sex and intimacy questions. And Lindsay says that being on top is her favorite sexual position. Mark was just like, okay. Dr. Viviana comes. She asks how they feel about their marriage. Lindsay starts laughing hysterically. Lindsay is childish. The fact that she started laughing is enough for me. Dr. Viviana was not entertained. She wasn't laughing with her. So Mark said that it's been an interesting first 3 weeks. Dr. Viviana said, yeah, I'll say so because I've seen everything that's been going on. So we get this montage of all the arguments, and we're assuming that Dr. Viviana is talking to them about the arguments in that moment. So she says that they need to get to a point where they are not doing what they were doing. Stop talking to each other that way. Stop treating each other that way. Let's get you guys to a point where you can have a healthy marriage. All right. Or at the very least, a healthy way of just communicating with one another. She asked him about the sex. Lindsay said that it's dead. I said, okay. Mark kind of looks at her. Lindsay said that they were intimate the day after the wedding. And then the second time he told her that the sex didn't feel as good. Mark said he agreed with that. He said it's because of some of the things that had happened. And like, let's call a spade a spade. After the way Lindsay behaved on that plane and what happened with Elijah and what happened with Katina, Mark stopped being attracted to her. Mark was turned off by that because Mark is not a guy who does all that hoopla, right? Mark is just not somebody who engages in that type of activity. He can tell that he's a very laid-back, chill guy. He don't be for all the rah-rah. So the fact that she did that with some people she don't know turned him off. So Lindsay's, Dr. Viviana asks, like, but was it good? Lindsay said it wasn't bad, but it wasn't really satisfying. And then she kind of laughs. So Dr. Viviana tells Lindsay, like, do you want to continue to have sex with him? Do you want to get to that point? She says, yes, she does. She said, well, then you need to stop being so damn rude about it, about the way you talk about sex. Stop being rude about what you're doing. Because this is maybe like the fourth or maybe fifth time that we have heard Lindsay say that Mark is not satisfying her, that Mark is not pleasing her in the bedroom, that Mark is not doing this, that Mark is not doing that. So, like, we have heard it a number of times. So, and that's just what we have heard, what they've aired on TV. So, Dr. Viviana, of course, has probably heard it a lot more. Lindsay said that it's hard. Dr. Viviana said, what's hard? What's hard? Not being rude is hard? Like, she was I know Dr. Viviana, after she got done making her rounds to that apartment building, she went straight to the bar because they took her through it tonight with just a lot of the like stupidity that they were saying. So Lindsay said that it's hard to communicate with him. She kept calling her Viv. I didn't like it. I didn't like it, and she's there right now, not as your friend. Okay, if y'all are in a friend setting where y'all are maybe out to eat or something like that, and you want to call her Viv, have at it. But in this scenario where she is here trying to counsel and help y'all, I feel like you need to be calling her Dr. Viviana. That really bothered me. It came across a way, and it could just be me, but it definitely came across a way to me that she kept calling her Viv. I didn't like it. So Lindsay says that she trusts Mark, but does not know if he trusts her. Mark said, of course he trusts her. So Dr. Viviana is like, all right, y'all trust each other, but don't know if the other trusts you. So we need to get you guys to a point where you guys are now trusting not only in the marriage, but where you are going to be looking out for your marriage's best interest. Right? Because Lindsay made a point to say that, you know, she does care about Mark's best interest and vice versa. So now let's care about the marriage. This is not going to change with her because Lindsay is not going to change. Lindsay doesn't want to change. Lindsay wants to keep being the same abrasive, ignorant, loud, condescending, cruel, and rude person that she has been this entire scenario. And I like the fact that somebody said on Twitter that it seems like all the couples have gotten worse in the past couple episodes. No, they haven't. It's just that now that Alyssa is not front and center with her bullshit, Alyssa is not front and center with how Alyssa's just not front and center with how she's been acting, and we're seeing everybody else's bullshit come to the front. That's all that is. So the next day or later that day, Lindsay sets up a Nerf gun fight for Mark. So when he comes home, there's a little whiteboard with a Nerf gun. They have a nice little Nerf war. It's cute. It's exciting. Great. While they're playing, they get a knock at the door, and they have a intimacy game called Silent Treatment. And I said that's perfect because they know that she needs to shut her damn mouth sometimes. So let's just see if she can be quiet for a while, and we can really try to get something going. So, one of the things was to write affirmation on your spouse's forehead. So she writes the word driven on Mark's forehead. And she said, because even if he's very close-minded about something, or if he does not want to do something, he always gives it a good try. We have seen Mark try tacos for the first time, okay? We've seen Mark try sushi. We have seen Mark do a lot of stuff that Lindsay wants to do. Like, she's actually opening his eyes to a lot of stuff, and it would be great for them, but she's so condescending while she's doing it that it kind of takes away from the sweet moment that it really is. So Mark asks Lindsay if there is anything that he needs to work on. They're laying in bed. She wants to be wooed. Lindsay said that typically she has big fish come after her, okay? Big fish are, guys that have a lot of money. that have their shit together, that are ready to jump right into marriage and kids, but and provide financially, provide for that, everything ready to go, but they don't woo her the way that Mark woos her. So she wants to feel like he is invested and he is making an effort. And one thing that I have noticed between watching Married at First Sight and watching Love is Blind this past season with Shane is that there are so many people that need constant words of affirmation. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but the fact that you constantly need for this person to tell you, I don't know. I don't know, because I just don't care enough about Mark and Lindsay because I feel like she's just become such an awful person lately. Well, she's always been awful. She's just being such an awful person to him. So, Mark says in the confessional that he'll woo her when the time is right. And when he's ready to woo her, then she'll be wooed. And I mean, that's the end of that. That is the end of that. They have their group dates. Lindsay was with the girls. They went aerial to aerial yoga, which I have done before. It's absolutely fun. It is a workout. It's a workout, but it is fun. Lindsay said that she misses dating. She misses the men that are approaching her. Or, and that's what she talks about. She tells the girls how she used to have all these men that would be ready and willing, whatever. Mark, on the other hand, says that if he had to rate the marriage, she is a 9 for the way she takes care of the house, cooking and cleaning. And you can just see a little piece of Elijah One dies because he's like, well, damn, I can't get Katina to pick up a broom after a party. So a little piece of Elijah One died in that moment, y'all, because he wants his wife to be cooking and cleaning. And he said, but as far as like listening to him and actually being able to have a conversation with him and interact, he gives her a 6. And that is really it for Mark and Lindsay this week. I mean, next week they'll be back to fighting because that's just how they do. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Thumbs it up, and then let's talk about it down below. What do you guys feel about Mark saying that he'll woo her when he feels like wooing her? Catch you guys in the next one.